Ladies and
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channels. Sorry I didn't stream last night, but the Two Towers on in described video was on Amazon Prime, and holy shit, I've actually never watched it in described video before, and it was awesome. And as it was, I still had to miss the best part when Gandalf brings Éomer and the Riders of Rohan to save the day, because I had to put the kids to bed, or one of the kids to bed. But it was still freaking amazing to hear the described video and hear like the Elven the subtitles of the Elven, and like just all the awesome shit, like the just some of the visual stuff that I never knew, and it was just great. It was great. I was very, very happy that I got a chance to take a look at the two Towers. But the stupid thing is they don't have Return of the King on Prime, which is dumb. They have Fellowship and the Two Towers, and they seem to have the first Hobbit, but they don't have Return of the King or anything like that, which is dumb, which is really stupid. But anyway, that's why I didn't do the multi-stream last night, so I apologize for that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. We're gonna do a fun little just chatting stream here. I'm gonna put the kids to bed, and then I'm going to do a combat hour, I think, because I miss playing Mortal Kombat. I played a little bit last night, but it was getting really hot in my office, so I just I stopped. But what else? We've got a week until school. Oh, well then I'm stupid. They released them all last night. Well, I wonder if Return of the King will be in described video then. And I can cry even harder than I do all the time when I watch that stupid movie. Hey! It's Cannibalistic Snorlax. What up? Do 10 side raisers. And stretch for... So Driving Ape did side raises. Cannibalistic Snorlax did 10 squats. Okay, so we'll do the side raises and the squats and then the stretch. Well, first, actually, let's do the squats, then the side raises, then the stretch. But yeah, every time I watch Return of the King, I cry like a little baby. One, at several parts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shut up! I said 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, okay. Okay, let's see here. Side raises now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew! That's Bernie. That is Bernie, Bernie, Bernie. Okay. And now we do a stretch. Oh my goodness, everything is making little popping noises. Oh. Okay. All right, we've done all the things. We have done all the things. And we are prepared to do the video watching. Haha. Whew. So we have a week until school starts. You have been here for 25 months. Now it's time for some overhead presses. Time for some overhead presses. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. There we go. All right. So, where should we start today with our videos? Shall we? You know what? I think we'll save the fun trivia for the end. We'll save the best for the last. Let's start with Abba and Preach talking about Tim Pool and his weird dating takes. Because Tim Pool is a weird little boy. Let's just say that. Like, when I found myself agreeing with him over the Destiny shit, I was like, what's wrong with me? What the hell is happening here? Agreeing with Tim Pool. So let's see what Mr. Tim has to say about it. The title of this video is The Problem Isn't Me, It's All Women, Queen Tim Pool.
We did a segment on this before, so just bear with me if you've already seen it. Basically, before dating apps and social media, a college-age woman, or high school, whatever age, is...
A college-age woman or a high school. Okay, let's not gloss over that, but all right.
Their dating pool is limited. I think college is probably a better idea. Yeah. It's probably a better example.
You think?
If you've already seen it. Basically, before dating apps and social media, a college-age woman or high school, whatever age, is their dating pool is limited. I'd say college is probably a better idea. It's probably a better example.
I love how he catches himself there. I think it's a yikes. It sounds like a yikes already. Considering that he just was like, or high school age, whatever. Oh, well, maybe college women should be a better idea to talk about. You think, Tim?
Their dating pool is limited to the other college students of the same age and around their peers. But with Tinder, now they can message a 30-year-old guy who lives 5-10 miles away and who has a car. So when this woman swipes right on a 20-year-old college student and a 30-year-old career guy, she thinks they're both attractive, messages both of them. The 30-year-old guy says, I can pick you up in my Honda Civic and we can go to the lake or go see a movie. And the college guy says, you want to hang out in my dorm with my dorm mates? Which one's she going to pick?
She's gonna pick the guy who isn't in the dorm.
Yep. So like for me,
well, it depends. Does she have social anxiety? Does she want to go in some new guy's car that she doesn't know forever? How do you know all of the time she's gonna pick the guy with the car? I don't know. He certainly retains his libertarian ideals. Oh boy.
I'm a couple weeks away from being 34. But I grew up at a time I was coming of age when these social media platforms were being built. So I exploited all of them.
Yes.
I had a very normal teenage and years and 20s and everything, dating, hooking up, partying, all the good stuff. And I skateboarded all the time and I was arrogant, cocky, just awful person, all that. And the ladies loved it.
You still kind of seem to be a cocky, arrogant person. I don't know if you're awful. I don't watch you well enough and long enough to tell whether you're awful or not. But hey, that's you.
I mean,
you said that.
And now I'm in my 30s, and I can go on dating apps and be like, oh yeah, yep, you got it. And then these other guys who are like 26 have no experience because guys like me have dominated the dating apps for the entire time.
Yep.
So when they're 30, they've never dated before.
Okay. Those guys just go to the club. What, dating apps are very, I can't remember the numbers on them, but they're a very, insular pool to draw from. It's only very specific people, male and female, that use dating apps. And it depends on the dating app that you're using, too. So... This sounds where are his number sets coming from?
And they might, if they've tried a dating app and it didn't work, they're probably not going to want to go back on it when they're 30 to try again.
The dating apps are awful anyway.
Never tried one.
Well, it's like for women, it's just you just sit there and you get inundated with messages from literally everyone.
Is she maybe looking for a sugar daddy? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
And then guys go in and message literally everyone.
Yep.
It's become awful. So I've basically walked away from it, just ugh, it's trash. But I do think it's crazy that I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me. I think it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim, the minute you say that, it's you. Okay? The minute you say it's not me, it's everybody else. It's you.
Yeah.
And that chick is so, soft-spoken. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
So you're saying...
I thought he was being satirical when he said it, too. Because it was like a pause.
I don't think he
this
is.
This going to be a punchline. It's because he just spent the last hour lecturing everybody about the fact that dating is so tough for ordinary people because they don't make enough money. Women are pretty much drawn to men who make a lot of money.
Tim Pool make money.
Yeah, Tim Pool, it's not like Tim Pool is a struggling YouTuber or anything. He's not he's not hurting. If you look at his stuff, he's not a struggling content creator.
He's multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's into hypergamy. He's talking about how women are hypergamous, all this other stuff. But at the same time,
you're 34 and still not.
you can't. Everyone else is the problem.
Like,
Right, like, how is it that you're 34 years old and you haven't found one person to connect with? Like, stop going on dating apps, first of all. Stop going on Tinder. There's your problem. That's why you're not getting a meaningful relationship, because you're on a fucking dating app. Like, wow, narcissism on full display, right? Like, that's insane to say, like, I don't think that it's me. I think it's everybody else. Like, nobody's gonna want to take 100% of the blame for things, right? But also, you should not negate 100% of the responsibility, right? Like, I don't like Tim Pool, okay? But I'm not gonna say that but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, there is nothing that a woman would want in him. Like, he's obviously not looking in the right spot. And then he's like, no, it's everybody else's fault.
like he's the cheat code.
I couldn't believe when he said that sentence. Problem's not me. Definitely not me. Anyone who says that sentence, man or woman, run for the hills.
It's you,
okay?
yeah.
When
Run.
they say the problem is everyone else, that's because the way that they operate their life is my way or the highway, and they're probably not reasonable.
No. Like, I'm dealing with this with a family member right now. It's like calling them out for their behavior, and they're just like completely they can't see how they're wrong, and it's everybody else is the problem, and it's like, no, dude, it's not that.
If you can honestly look at all your dating experience and say the problem has always been everyone else and never you, you're 1,000% a part
The
of the
problem. Yep. You are 1,000% a part of the problem. You may not be 100% the whole problem. You may be correct there. There may be some women who are just not for you, right? But you are also not for some women, okay? And they have the right to be like, no, I don't think I want to be with this person.
Everyone plays a role in some relationships failing. There's just no way you get to that point in life and you're never involved in any of the failures. Either in the selection of the people you choose, the kind of women you go after, the kind of behavior you exhibit in the relationship. You have to lack self-awareness to say, I've never been a problem.
Other people. It's not you. To him. No, I'm sorry.
You're right.
No, it's
right.
no.
You're right.
No, not this time. Usually the common denominator is you.
The common denominator is infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the numbers.
It's but apparently in Tim Pool land, the common denominator is not Tim Pool. It is everybody else.
Not you. Not the one.
That's crazy.
In all the relationship, who was wrong? Them. They're the common denominator.
Bro.
He can't even get it with a straight face.
The world is for the rich. They are filthy rich and they still can't make it work. And you would think that, like, yo, you look at guys like Myra. You look
It's
at all these
almost
guys
like
who
being
represent
filthy
high
rich
value
isn't the
type,
end all be
never
all of
have
a good
traditional
relationship.
families. Even though they yap on about it and conservative values, they're all sleeping around left, right, and center. They fucking left, right, and center. They having kids out of wedlock. They all do this shit. And then they want to lecture you about doom and gloom and just get you to pay for their subscription services. It's actually the craziest amount of pimping.
It really is. It really, really is. Like, they're so hoary, and then like they're all anti-censorship unless it's something that they don't like that you're doing, right? But they're so like they sleep around just as much as anybody on the left does. And then they're like, by the way, if you want to see our uncensored shit with our opinions, go subscribe to our streaming service.
These
like,
dudes
holy fuck.
pimp out lonely men. They're telling you, get rich, be successful, this is the way. They are all those things and they don't make it work.
No,
Nope.
they pimp out lonely simps.
Crazy.
Pimping simps.
Oh yeah, and these dudes are simping for these guys. They'll get in the comment sections, they'll harass you, they'll threaten you because you went after their hero. I'm like, bro, that's more pathetic than simping for an OnlyFans model.
It is. It is more pathetic than simping for an OnlyFans model, because at least the OnlyFans model is giving you something to do. At least the OnlyFans model is giving you something to fap to. Like, what are you getting out of this shit? Like, holy fuck.
You simping for a dude who's literally stealing your money and making you more lonely. That's crazy. But yeah, moving past that.
So, like, when it comes to the women that I've been in relationships with, so one relationship I was in was a woman had a career. And so we never saw each other. And she's like, I'm not giving up my career. I'm like, well, I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
So then, why can't you schedule, like, why couldn't you guys, like, make a date night? Why couldn't you guys, like, were you guys working diametrically opposite shifts? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're a YouTuber. How rigid is your schedule that you couldn't, like, make it work around her schedule?
Yep.
You're not giving away your career. I'm not.
Doesn't compromise, chooses somebody who has a lifestyle who's incompatible with his. Everyone else is the problem,
Yep.
not Tim Pool. Dude works 18 hours a day, chooses someone else who works 10 hours a day. Everyone else is the problem, not how he chooses. How does that make sense?
Do the shoulders again.
How does that make sense?
I can hear him moving his shoulders around because, like, the floor creaks. That's just too funny. I can hear him, like, moving his shoulders up and down. That's too funny.
You guys would laugh at anyone if they told you this as an employer. They're
Yes!
I'm trying to hire a full-time employee. They hire a part-timer who works weekends only.
As students.
You look stupid. That's on you. That's not the employee's fault. How is that their fault?
Well, the employees are trash. Because if you really like the company, you should be devoted for it.
Yeah, and it's like you start dating someone's like, all right, well, I have a job. I make more money than you. You should give up your job and stay more time and spend more time with me.
Just say that
but
you're-
hold up. Just because you make more money at your job doesn't mean the other person wants to stop working.
Right. Like, why would you suggest that they give up their job because you make more money than they do? Like, that's ridiculous. Make a date night? What kind of insanity is that? Give up his freewheeling lifestyle? No, I know, right? What kind of silly thing am I asking? What kind of craziness am I requesting here? Just craziness.
Doesn't mean that they don't want to be fulfilled in that way. And if they want that, there's nothing wrong with that. Just because you make more, you're not entitled to tell them to quit their job.
Nope.
They don't have to give up their lifestyle. They're not the problem. You guys have chosen the wrong people. Both of you guys are the problem in this situation.
I'm going to tell you this.
Crazy.
If you say it's my way or the highway, or you have a my way or the highway attitude, just say that you're not available to date.
Yeah.
You're not available. Because being available to date actually requires you to be, what's that word? Available.
Yeah, that's very true. You can't just like show up and be like, I want this, but oh, by the way, I'm not willing to compromise on anything. But here, be with me anyway.
And you're not.
You
don't want to
available.
budge. You don't want to move. And if everybody's the problem. Like, listen, my guy, you're a cheat code. You're rich. You're not half bad looking. Lightning.
Yep.
You ain't see what's under that beanie.
What is under that beanie, by the way? And anybody that wears a beanie all the time, like, there's a, like, wear it in the winter, okay? Maybe. Like, wear a toque in the winter if it's cold, but fucking in the summer, in the fall, in the spring, no.
And you can't wear that beanie when you have sex. Because if you do, that's crazy.
You don't.
I honestly think wearing a beanie in sex is worse, like 1,000 times worse than balding.
I think he has to wear the beanie during sex.
No, you
Beanies during sex is worse than socks during sex, I think.
does not.
Yes.
No.
He's not the problem, sir.
What if this motherfucker got an afro?
Yeah, but
And he's like 1/10 black. And he's just been
That's
hiding his Negro-ness.
And then some other women are like,
Half of
I
the
want to
hair
go
is
adventure
missing.
and do my thing.
That's
I'm like,
too.
I'm all
that would
about
be
freedom and
funny.
liberty, so you do your thing, I guess. And the only option I really have is to be like, no, you must be the wife. And like, that's not me.
Yep, exactly.
So I haven't found.
So you gotta find somebody who wants to, start a family and be maybe a stay-at-home mother.
But
Something.
here's the challenge with that. My perspective, personality, what I find attractive, are all based on liberal urban sensibilities.
Yep.
So you want a strong, independent woman who wants to be a stay-at-home mom and a housewife. That's what you want. You want a woman who don't need no man to want to stay home and cook and clean and raise a family for you.
And so most of the women in that space are going to be fiercely independent careerists and not necessarily compatible.
Oh my God, you can't make this shit up.
My guy, what the lady
So he's trying to mask the fact that he's probably bald as a cue ball. He wants a me. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
the ladies realize at 30, you're gonna realize at 40.
Yeah.
Man, everybody want a Build-A-Bear bitch. A Build-A-Bear RPG Maker character.
Yep.
I would like someone who's got 10 points into TradCon, but also 8 points into artistic endeavors, doesn't want to work. My guy.
So, over the past several years, I've been,
It's
increasingly.
so true though. They like the Build-A-Bear bitch is a perfect phrase. It's so true. I want someone who's like not a doormat, but doesn't ask too many questions, and doesn't just like who has like a good conversation, but also doesn't argue with me and like what the. What does Tim Pool want?
Increasingly successful. I have no problem and no concerns about starting a family whenever I need to. But most of the women that, I have been with are like, can't career.
Yep.
And so there have been some who are like nearly 40. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's getting up there a little bit.
That's no offense. I'm just saying like,
40-year-old women are lovely. Okay.
no, the issue isn't them being 40. It's the difference in my age to their age and where I am in my life. And the same is true with younger women
The
too.
difference to your age to their, you're 34, dude. You're not like, it's not like you're 24 and they're 40. You're 34 and they're 40. Now, if you want to have kids with these women, 40 is a little bit up there because they'll be like 60 when the kid's grown up. But I mean, like, it's not that bad.
So I could certainly find like a younger woman who's like, I just want to, and I'm like, but we're just
And
not.
there's biology that comes into play too there. If you're looking to start a family and she's already in her 40s, then there could be some trouble and that could be hard and that might not fit your what you want in your life.
Yep.
So now he has a problem with women who are younger than him, but you decide to prioritize your work and your profession and put dating by the wayside and just put all your time into that. And then you get to 34, come to realize like you really want this whole family situation. You're having regrets because you saw your dad, but this is just a result of your choices.
Yeah. He's literally looking back at what he chose to do, wishing he didn't do it. And now he's looking in all the wrong places for women to help him achieve these dreams.
Don't blame this on feminism. Don't blame this on the... If feminism didn't come about, the very liberal values that you love so much in these women wouldn't even exist.
Yep.
If everyone just remained stay-at-home wives, all that shit that you yapping about that you're looking for in a woman wouldn't even exist in anybody.
True.
I don't know. To be honest, I'll never understand it.
This is true though. Like the TradCon movement that still wants a strong woman. It's like, well, part of the reason that you have strong women is because of the original feminist movement, right? Not this whatever the fuck the feminist movement is now, but the original feminist movement is the reason why we have the women that we have.
This makes me think of the people who want to travel for 10 years and just be a fucking nomad, and then come to find out they have no community to really come back to, no roots that they've planted anywhere, or they haven't built a family and they're in their mid-30s and they haven't launched up their career, and they're like, oh, it's a result of your actions.
Yep.
You're dealing with the consequences. Take accountability. But instead of doing that, you blaming everybody else. That's crazy.
It's a result of everybody else.
Crazy. You know what I mean? Like
It's a result of everybody else. No, it's not my fault. It's that person across the street's fault.
You a player your whole life, come to your mid-30s, you got zero relationship skills. Then you want to blame women for not knowing how to act when it's actually you don't know how to compromise, you don't know how to deal with nothing. Stop blaming everybody else. Crazy. And I hate about this, it's always the dudes who be yapping about accountability. Oh, you reap what you sow. You know, this is the result of your actions.
It's true. It's always guys online that are doing that. You gotta be accountable. You gotta this. You gotta that. But then they don't want to be accountable. It's pathetic.
And then they sit here blaming the field instead of themselves. I think like most things in life, things are never as bad as people make it seem, but they're not as great either, right? They're normally somewhere in the middle, right? You go online, people will have you doomed out like crazy, thinking the world's about to end. And you go to real life and people are really just not concerned about a lot of this shit because it's just not in their purview and they're not privy to a lot.
It's true.
There is some truth to the stuff of hypergamy, but it's never as bad as people make it seem to be. There is some truth to the fact that women do like men who make more money, but if you look at the numbers too, women date a lot of men who are around their income level or sometimes a little bit less, and that's becoming a more and more common trend.
Like, do you remember that video we watched that Abba and Preach were reacting to? But the red pillar that found the woman that was like, yeah, 30 grand a year. Yeah, that's fine. And like, he couldn't fathom that. It just blew his mind.
All right? This whole idea that it's only for the rich, I see so many poor and middle class people who are constantly getting married and making it work. This idea that you're never going to make it work unless you make six figures is just nonsense, okay? This idea that you have to be a Chad is also nonsense. I see so many ugly guys who get it on with girls. Hell, I look decent now, but when I was in my mid-20s to early 20s, like, I look like a wretch. Listen,
A wretch?
I look like something.
Jesus.
And I was still making it work. I knew a lot of dudes who were even uglier who were making it work. This whole doomer shit online was like, hey, if you're not a Chad, I think this is just behavior that a lot of people engage in to make their own inability to make things work seem more satisfying. It's not.
I think he's right there. I think if you are only online, like watching and listening to specific content, you're going to have this doom gloom mentality that a lot of people in the real world who don't spend all their time on YouTube and Facebook and Reddit, they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? Like, what do you mean? I just want my Starbucks.
It's not me, just society's changed, so I'll never find a mate. You have some accountability in all of this. Yes, things may have gotten difficult in some areas, but they've also gotten easier in others. And people who don't want to acknowledge that and always hand on the doom, I think they're just looking for excuses to justify why they're not getting the results they want. I'm on social media. I see ugly people getting married all the time. Good for them.
I go outside.
I go outside.
I go outside with the amount. Actually, with the amount of people that I know that consult, because now consulting and having a therapist or whatnot is a thing that is in right now. So with the amount of that, I see less and less people. There's still some people that do that. The delusional stuff is still present, but there's less and less of that. And there's more people that are more conscious. No, I just really want to be like happy and let me cut all the extra stuff. So I've seen more and more people just go for something that they really, going for something that is less flamboyant and more, less like, oh, you know what, someone that's rich that's making this and that that has people are more, from what I've seen around me, maybe it's the Canadian thing.
They are humble.
Yeah.
I do think that partly it is the Canadian thing, because I've noticed a lot of, like, in the States, I've seen, like, social media stuff is still very, very flashy, but I have noticed that a lot of the Canadian stuff is a bit more humbled It's the failures of the dating world from their own echo chamber. Yep.
Life.
Life humbles you.
Hey.
You guys just see the delusional people, because the delusional people spend a lot of time.
Are highlighted.
No,
Yep.
it's just they spend a lot of time
And-
online.
and they are
They're
highlighted.
loud about it too.
They are
And it's
highlighted.
flagrant, so it stands out. But a lot of happy people don't got no time to be on those social media. They're out here doing shit. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Or they're busy posting happy shit on social media and not giving a fuck about the insanity that people are posting.
Miserable people go online to look for answers. Happier people are not online looking at red pill shit. They're not.
Misery
That's-
loves
So you're
That's
only
true.
going to be in comment sections with other people who are miserable. Why would you be watching some of this shit? It's just dudes just yell at you. Who got time for that if you're actually happy in your life? Who got time to be like, oh my god, the feminist, if you're actually with a woman you really enjoy being with?
That's true. Why go and spend this much time in consuming this content if you're not looking for a reason for why your life is the way it is? Why not? Like, what's the point? Other than that. Other than just to form an echo chamber.
I just couldn't imagine having a good time in my day and be like, you know what I need to do while I'm having fun?
Check my
Let me
social media.
let me go watch somebody called feminist whores. They're like, who got time for that? That's why that was the thing during the pandemic. You didn't go outside, so you just thought this shit was so real.
Yeah.
Then you go outside and you talk like, what the fuck is red pill? What is this?
You think
shit?
that's why it toppled?
They don't care.
You think that's why it toppled?
It was never a really big thing.
No.
It looked bigger than it was because again we're online.
Yeah, it was never big. It's the same with the MGTOW shit. It was never big. And any momentum it gained during the pandemic, it just completely quashed it afterwards, and rightfully so. Like, the red pill sphere was just stupid. Nothing was coming of it. Nothing good was happening.
Literally nobody in real life knows about this shit or cares. So, this is another touching grass segment. Do not listen to these creators because they will have you thinking everything is going to end, and that's their job too. Why? Because miserable and fearful people are going to pay money to support them.
Yep.
When you think there's a war coming, you will invest in order to be ahead of the curve. I'm just saying. Did you not hear it come out of his own mouth? It's not me, it's everyone else.
Yeah.
How many times have y'all heard women say that shit and these guys
Oh,
flame the
so
fuck out?
many.
And justifiably so.
So many
But
times.
here's a grown man repeating that same shit. How many times you gonna hear that? How many times you gonna hear men yell goofy ass shit like, oh, men are the prize? What? Are you not just a men? I'm the whole table. And you guys are gonna be like, yes, queen.
Yeah, like, seriously? It's okay when a man does that shit, but a woman can't? Holy, like, the double standard is, thank God for content creators like this who call this shit out, because this is absolutely hypocritical.
Y'all gotta stop that, fellas. Do not repeat what these ladies said when you was flaming it for it and then act like you didn't do that shit. That's crazy.
You talk your you talk your talk, King.
Yeah, King.
Yeah.
Yeah, King. Do your thing.
You talk your talk.
Know
King.
your worth, King.
That's right.
You the table. You don't even answer that question. Know your worth.
I want to present to you some ideas, and then you can just tell me what you think.
Sure.
And then we'll start from there.
That sounds great.
So have you heard that, like, young dudes aren't dating for the most part? Like, they're not hooking up, they're virgins?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, before we even go anything, why do you think that is?
I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with dating apps and women having more options now.
So I'll explain this.
Women having more options now. What do you mean by that? Like, more options as in more options for dating apps? More options for, like, people? Like, what do you mean?
Explain this idea, and I guess you agree.
Yeah.
But we did a segment on this before, so just bear with me if you've already seen it. Basically, before dating apps and social media, a college-age woman, or high school, whatever age, is... Their dating pool is limited. I think college is probably a better idea.
Yeah.
It's probably a better example. Their dating pool is limited to the other college students of the same age and around their peers. But with Tinder, now they can message a 30-year-old guy who lives 5-10 miles away and was a car. So when this woman swipes right on a 20-year-old college student and a 30-year-old career guy, she thinks they're both attractive, messages both of them. The 30-year-old guy says, "I can pick you up in my Honda Civic and we can go to the lake or go see a movie." And the college guy says, "You want to hang out my dorm with my dorm mates? Which one's she gonna pick?"
She's gonna pick the guy who isn't in the dorm.
Right. So you agree?
Yeah, can support us.
Wait,
And, men are driven
did
to be
they
like, okay,
repeat
well,
this?
who's gonna give us healthy?
Because this is 15 minutes.
study I just talked about, it doesn't matter what
All of a sudden, I look at my bank account and there's more.
emotion. Now the man feels inadequate.
It's almost emasculine.
Oh,
To be
no,
who
he
she's
started it.
biological,
Okay.
but you know she.
So but the 30-year-old guy says, I can pick you up in my Honda Civic and we
I
can go to the
figured
lake or
it
go see a
out.
movie. And the college guy says, you want to hang out my dorm with my dorm mates? Which one's she gonna pick?
She's gonna pick the guy who isn't in the dorm.
Right. So I mean, so you agree?
Yeah,
That the-
absolutely.
But would you say that's materialism, or do you think it's just
I think it's biological.
explain? What do you mean?
Like women are driven to find a mate, whether or not you like it or not. Like we're driven to be like, okay, who can
It's biological for the woman to go with the guy with the car. Okay.
support us? And you know, men are driven to be like, okay, well, you know, who's going to give us healthy children? These are biological impulses that we have. So a woman whose options are a guy with no job, drinks all the time, you know, parties, like his age, it's age appropriate. You should be doing that stuff. But you know, she had, you know, that was her pool. And now she has men who have jobs and money and houses and are ready to do that, to be who she is biologically driven to want to be. And so she's going to choose that unless she's wanting to party to like the dorm guy.
It's almost as if men and women are biologically different and that women well, I don't know about now, but before, women tended to biologically mature faster than men because they had to produce the babies. So, yeah.
Dorm guy and not ready to settle down.
Because there's some, so I think there's a mix between biological and social.
Yep.
I don't think it's purely one or the other. I think typically you'll find from like the feminists, it's all social constructs.
Yes.
But there was a study I just talked about earlier on one of my other channels that when a woman gets a promotion, she is more likely to get divorced. If a man gets a promotion,
Why?
there's no change.
Do you think she gets divorced by like her saying, I want to get divorced now because I can support myself, or is it the man saying I can't live with you being more
I
successful?
think it's
than me?"
both.
That's
Well,
interesting.
so
Really? So you think that a woman gets promoted and either her husband can't deal with it or she's just like, I don't need you anymore, bitch. I'm on my own now. Those are your two options for,
my
okay.
opinion is, I think typically, not always, a woman wants a man who is of higher status than they are.
Yep.
Somebody who's capable, strong, confident, that they can look up to
Yep.
and know if, like, you can rely on yourself as a woman, and then you know you have this powerful benefit in this strong man who's also providing you like a safety net, I guess.
Yeah.
And then men want to feel like protectors.
Yes.
So you flip the dynamic. If the woman gets a promotion, now the man feels inadequate.
It's almost emasculation.
Yeah. And so I know that it's funny. You'll see a lot of feminists will say something like, "Oh, boo-hoo, the poor man." You know, it's like it doesn't matter what you think about it. It matters that men feel this.
I would have to look at that study because I don't believe anyone who cites most of this shit online.
He didn't even say the title of the study. He was just like, there's a study that I checked out on one of my channels. And, I like, why didn't he cite the name of the study at least?
But I'm curious. Do you believe that to be true? Do you believe that when a woman gets a promotion, a man's insecure about it because she's making more money now? I mean, this is all gonna be anecdotal, so we just chat. But yeah.
I
I
don't
heard
think
about it,
so.
but I've nothing to confirm it. You know, I remember like my girl had what happened? Why you smiling?
I don't know. I just couldn't imagine being in a relationship with somebody and all of a sudden I look at my bank account and there's more money and I'm like, man, hey, this bitch.
Right? Like, why would that be a problem? Like, why would it be such a problem for one person, whether they be male or female, to make more money than the other person?
I can understand that there could be some men that would be more uncomfortable with that. I would understand. I'm not that. That's not me. But the way I've seen a couple of men acting out there and the insecurities that's out there, I could see that whenever you got like, for example, I had a job. My girl was taking care of something that they used to do every year for breast cancer, right? A huge gala and stuff like that. And then you get to meet all the coworkers. All the coworkers she already makes more money than me.
Right.
All the coworkers are making more money than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you're around, what do you do? All right, I'm a manager of this and that district. What are you doing? I'm a manager of this and that. I got these. And then what you doing? I'm a dancer.
I'm a dancer. Yeah, I'm a dancer. I have a YouTube channel. You know, like, kind of makes you feel a little bit shitty.
Not that kind. So I'm not like that, but I I know there are a lot of people out there, a lot of guys out there that it will feel very uncomfortable like that. Like, well, Peter at your job, I know there's some guys like that. Do I feel like women want a divorce? Maybe it's true that whenever they get promotions, they're more likely to divorce.
But the like, I would think that the women who are more likely to divorce because of a promotion were already in a situation that they wanted out of anyway. Like, I don't think that the promotion itself pushed the divorce, if that makes sense. I think it was more like, this is a shitty situation. Oh, fuck, I just got a promotion. Now I can leave this shitty situation. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's I got a promotion, now fuck you, bye.
I wouldn't necessarily put a correlation between the divorce and the promotion.
I mean, there's probably dozens of reasons why that's true. Is it because they're becoming more selfish?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I've gotten better place in life, so I want to get divorced? Or is it because they're working more hours, so they have less time to invest in their relationship?
Exactly.
And so that's what's causing friction between the two of them. The likelihood of her getting lots of promotions and then a higher percentage of divorce could just be linked to the work aspect.
Yeah,
of it,
exactly.
Right? So, again, these numbers, I don't know if they're real, but even if they are, what is the context behind them? What's the actual motivation? That's why I never like taking these. But you see how people will sometimes take a number and then just make their own narrative for why that's true.
Yes. Like, I can understand that someone getting a promotion, get the promotion, and then the tasks at home change and everything and stuff. So with just that promotion, there's more pressure on the person.
That's true. But, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that the promotion itself means the divorce will happen.
The person comes back home with a lot of pressure, a lot of, they don't want to, when you're supposed to come back home, and that's just for me, to me. Your home is a safe haven.
Right.
Your home is your peace.
Yeah.
I do not invite certain people, or it's gonna take a long time for you to be in my house. Yeah. Even if I've been friends with you for a long ass time, I've been friends with some people.
I mean, he's never invited me to this place. It happens.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Nah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Right.
So I invite him, he doesn't come to my house. He doesn't want it because he dislikes everything I do. But
Oh,
Why'd
Jesus.
you say it like that? Why'd you say it like that? Not wrong, but
it's not wrong, but it's really that. It's really that. You dislike everything I do and everything I have. And
I don't dislike everything you do.
You brought a couple like, no, because you saw how well it made you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, because you sported good.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't dislike everything you do.
Now you sported good.
Hey, you know what I mean?
No,
Oh shit! I love this. I love the back and forth between these two guys. It makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh the back and forth between Nava and Preach.
I'm gonna get it tailored a little bit over here just
you don't have to.
I'm just saying.
Because the thing that happened is that right now it's new, but with time is gonna. You see,
it's gonna fade down.
With time is gonna.
Okay, so it's not too big. It's
no, it's good.
Okay,
no, it's good.
I don't like dislike everything you do.
No, because you like when I prop you up. When I
no.
Oh,
you're like, yeah, I like
oh
that. That's
shit,
you. That's you. Look at you. Yeah, that's it. That whenever you got, it's not that, is that you got promotion, you got more stress, you got more tasks that you have to accumulate. There's more stress on you, and it could weigh in on your couple, and then eventually coming back home can be not a safe haven. Yeah. And then you spend longer time at work.
Yeah.
You do all those schemes to not go back home, and then it can potentially be. It could potentially be the cause of you splitting, but it's not necessarily the fact that I got a promotion. I'm a better person.
Yeah, I don't think there's a divorce because of like specifically a promotion. I don't believe that study says that. I believe that study says something more nuanced. The way that Preach is trying to put it out. Because that doesn't make it doesn't make sense any other way than to say, the promotion could put undue stress on the couple. So, that's my take on that. I'm gonna quickly grab a glass of water now that we're at the 59-minute mark. So I will be right back with a glass of cold water, and we will get into our other videos. Play some tic-tac-toe while we're gone. And consider making me do jumping jacks. That sucks. Okay, here we go.
X now. Beth Beach. She got the job party face with a party horn. Pattern confetti. Party face with a party hot notification. X now. Beth Beach more dismissed.
Okay.
Locked famine moderator. It's the failures of the dating world falling there.
Let's go back to our solo cam for a second. So apparently there was a case, the What is a Woman case. And apparently the judge ruled that a male was legally a female. So, we're gonna go over that and see what the hell that's about.
Remember when the American Supreme Court Justice, or nominee at the time, Ketanji Brown Jackson, couldn't define woman?
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Literally, no, I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of-
Yeah, that was crazy stuff.
Not in this context, I'm not a biologist. Bitch! A woman is a female that has a vagina, a uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, and breasts. That is a female. That is a woman. A female is a biological human female containing the reproductive sexual organs both inside and outside of their body, meaning their vulva, their vagina, their uterus, their fallopian tubes, their ovaries, their breasts. That is a female. That is a woman.
Stuff. Well, last Friday, an Australian judge was like, hold my beer. Federal Court Justice Robert Bromwich said, in its contemporary ordinary meaning, sex is changeable. Let's have a look.
Oh boy.
So this all relates to Tickle versus Giggle, the most comically
Pardon
named
me?
court case since Batman versus Commissioner. Transgender woman Roxanne Tickle has sued Giggle app for girls and its founder Sal Grover for sex and gender discrimination. I did a video as the court case was kicking off a few months ago. You might
Tickle versus Giggle. That is legitimately the name of the case. Oh my god.
remember Roxanne Tickle.
I really didn't like being in the male changing rooms.
That's a fucking woman?
Roxanne Tickle.
I really didn't like being in the male changing rooms. I felt really uncomfortable there. I didn't
That's a fucking... That voice almost sounds deepened artificially.
Like the smells or the sounds.
Is he trying to cry? I'm not referring to somebody with that deep a voice as a she. I'm just not. I'm not referring to somebody that with that deep of a voice as a she. I'm just not.
Anyway, here's my breakdown of the case from a few months ago. So what is Tickle versus Giggle all about? Well, this chick called Sal Grover launched a mobile app in 2018 called Giggle, an app for women made by women. It was basically a networking, social media, support and advice type thing for chicks. Then along comes a transgender woman called Roxanne Tickle, who joins the app then gets booted once Sal Grover realised he was a biological male.
Well, good. He shouldn't be there. He's not a biological woman.
So Roxanne Tickle basically wants a couple of $100,000 from Sal Grover for discrimination and cyber abuse she faced over the case. And sadly, I think she's going to get it. In this round anyway. I mean, Sal Grover might take this to the High Court. She's expressed that she would. But I think Roxanne Tickle's going to win this because of some changes made to the Sex Discrimination Act in 2013 by our then Prime Minister and ironically our first female Prime Minister, Julia Gillard.
Oh, lovely. Did the first female prime minister think that she would be helping to caricaturize the whole female Australian sect?
The changes basically included gender identity into the definition of sex discrimination. So as the law stands, Roxanne Tickle has a pretty good chance of winning. Sal Grover effectively needs to get the law changed. Now, my prediction was right. He didn't get a couple of $100,000, he only got $10,000. But I don't think it's the amount that concerns Sal Grover. Not primarily, anyway. See, when she made the app Giggle, she intended it to be for females. And it's only the inclusion of gender identity in the Sex Discrimination Act that got her in the end. The judge was working within the bounds of the law. And although he's all over the shop with his definitions of woman and female, it's the law itself that needs to be challenged. See, he said that Roxanne Tickle is a female. And as we keep getting told...
He is not a fucking well, he's talking like this. He's not a fucking female.
Female is a sex and woman is a gender. But he made these astonishing statements in his judgment. He said, I need go no further than accept, as I do, that it's legally sufficient that Miss Tickle is recorded as female on her updated Queensland birth certificate for her to be at law of the female sex.
No, that doesn't work. At least it shouldn't work. At all.
Went on to say, in its contemporary, ordinary meaning, sex is changeable. Well, I think he's wrong. Sex is not changeable. Like, apart from a few crazy outliers, you don't really see too many people who say sex is changeable.
No.
It's always gender. Gender is a social construct. It's a figment of people's imaginations. Therefore, it can be changed. Sex, a set of biological characteristics, can't. It's almost as if, and this is really weird to say, this judge isn't woke enough. He doesn't understand the new completely fabricated differences between sex and gender. I can't believe I just said the judge isn't woke enough. I think
that's fucking hilarious. That is too funny that Bering actually had to say that.
I think you get what I mean. I hope you do anyway.
That does not make sense.
And it just irks me that there can be a difference between a fact and a legal fact. Like Roxanne Tickle is at law of the female sex. Is
But
Roxanne Tickle of the female sex? No. You're not going to find any biologist or, person who isn't insane who's going to agree with that. I mean, can a square legally be a circle? Can 2 + 2 legally equal 5?
Well, yeah, if you change the law. That doesn't mean that it factually does.
If the law doesn't reflect reality, then we're all f***ed. Anyway, here's what Roxanne Tickle had to say after the verdict.
The unlawful and discriminatory exclusion from the Giggle app has stolen the last 3 years of my life.
Well, why did you let it steal 3 years of your life? No.
Please, stolen the last 3 years of your life? Oh, please, fuck you. That's ridiculous.
No one even uses the app anymore. It's defunct. It never really got off the ground in the first place. See, at the end of the day, I don't think this is about the Giggle app. This is about making people bend. This is about forcing people to accept your ideology and accepting that 2 + 2 = 5.
How many fingers am I holding up, Winston? 4. And if the party says there are not 4, but 5, then how many?
5. I've been targeted by hateful and online commentary and degrading merchandise designed to ridicule and mock me.
Merchandise? Jesus, I didn't know there was merchandise. But not all online commentary is hateful. I bet he'd see me as hateful for having a different opinion. But I think you'll find I've got the same opinion as the majority of Australians. Sal Grover should be able to have an app for females only. People generally want to protect females.
She should have, and Roxanne Tickle should be able to develop a fucking app for trans only. Like, what the fuck?
And having a female only space is fair. It's good.
I'm pleased by the outcome of my case, and I hope it is healing for trans and gender diverse people. The ruling shows that all women are protected from discrimination. I brought my case to show trans people that you can be brave and that you can stand up for yourself.
You subjected a pregnant chick who had just launched a female app to a torrent of abuse from trans activists. Like I said, I think this was about bending wills and forcing ideologies.
Oh, it absolutely was. And if you listen to the way this guy talks, with like the crack in his voice, and all that nonsense, that fake emotion, like that was, he totally does not give a fuck about being included as a chick. He looks like an ugly old woman. He sounds like a fucking... Yeah, but with some it's they get a promotion and they think, they think I'm doing better, so I deserve better. I deserve a better man. I deserve a better life. I don't know if that's as prevalent as you would think. I don't know if that's as prevalent as you might think, Snorlax. Like, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I usually am. But, yeah, this guy sounds like a creepy old man that hangs out at the fucking park.
Anyway, here's part of an interview with Sal Grover after the verdict.
Sal Grover, you've just been found guilty of indirect discrimination against a woman. How do you feel?
I will say, in my view, I've not been found guilty of indirect discrimination against a woman, because the whole crux of the case was that I don't acknowledge that this male person, adult human male, is a woman.
You know what the sad thing is? Sal Grover didn't know anything about this gender ideology shit before she launched the app. She just wanted an app for females. Yeah. She didn't realise she was sticking her finger in a furnace until...
Oh, fuck. She literally didn't know about identity politics. She just wanted an app for women. Oh, that sucks.
Roxanne Giggle joined
Poor
the app
girl.
just after its release.
Law changes made a decade ago made this decision possible today. So are you saying there is something wrong with the current law?
Without a doubt. Like, if any man claiming to be a woman was actually a woman, their rights would have actually existed under the Sex Discrimination Act how it was before the amendments. It had to be amended so that men could be included as women into it.
You know, that's a good point. The Sex Discrimination Act had to be bastardised in 2013. For this...
That is a very, very good point. If these men were women, then they would already be protected. Why do they need more rights?
Scenario to even come about. It's as if we didn't know what a woman, let alone a female, was before 2013. You know, the pre-2013 dark ages. It's a wonder we even knew how to reproduce. We were just running around sticking our dicks in any old hole. Well, I guess we were, but you know what I mean.
What happened today in an Australian court is absolutely shocking. It is a massive setback to women's rights. It does not make Australia a safer place for women, and this is a slippery slope. What precedent does this set for women's only bathrooms, change rooms, shelters, and sport at the highest level? This is an embarrassment for Australia, and I know I'm not alone in saying that.
See, all the arguments about bathrooms and change rooms and shelters and sports, they're all valid and we've heard them all before. But I kind of think we shouldn't have to make those arguments. Like, we don't have to justify that the sky's not green.
If you're not a woman, you're not a woman. And if you're not a man, you're not a man. Okay? Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. You can't just wish for things to happen and then they happen. Like, that's just not how this works.
We shouldn't have to justify that Roxanne Tickle is not female, but we do, apparently. So Sal Grover is now going to have to take this to the High Court. And I hope she wins. I hope she gets this law changed. Because it is, in my opinion, destructive to common sense. Anyway, they're just my thoughts. Leave yours down below or at my Twitter, @bear_ing. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
That's insane. I can't believe that that judge actually ruled that a man is actually a woman. That is batshit insane to me. I can't even fathom that actually happened. That's crazy. Alright. Let's make this is gonna be our last video, and this is gonna be the fun video. This is gonna be our Star Trek trivia. Star Trek The Next Generation trivia. And I'm gonna try to play along with this. I'm gonna try to answer before they do and see how many I get right. So we'll see how this goes. This is gonna be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another exciting round of Star Trek Trivia Showdown.
Yes.
I guess I'm your host, Jay. I was previously a contestant on the show.
Have you ever hosted?
No, I lost last time, which contractually obligates me to now be the host of Star Trek Trivia.
You have to pay back your debt.
That's true, yeah. After this, I have to sweep the entire studio.
I'm sorry.
And he has to wear a Discovery uniform.
And I have to wear, that's
and
the
he has to wear a
part.
Discovery uniform.
But our guests today are Mike and Rich, and I understand that both of you are fans of the popular television program Star Treks.
Well, specifically Star Trek The Next Generation, and this episode of Star Trek Trivia will exclusively feature questions only from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Awesome!
As taken from some kind of board game.
I thought maybe the card would give me some information, but it just gave me whoopee.
Yeah.
Anyways, a game which we both have sworn affidavits that we had never played.
No. You don't know the questions I'm going to ask. I don't know the questions I'm going to ask. So let's get started.
This is going to be fun.
What are we doing? Is this for charity or for
this
money?
This is for my bank account.
We're not actually winning money, we're just playing points.
Okay, this is for ego.
I think these questions are really hard, so don't judge us too harshly here.
Well, I did preview a few of the cards, and I don't know if this tells you how difficult they are. I didn't know the answers to any of them.
Well, you... Really? Uh-oh. That's a problem.
Well, let's get started with round one.
Okay,
in this
here we
round,
go,
I will
here we
be
go,
asking
here
you
we go.
questions back and forth. If you do know...
He's boozing up. Is that allowed?
I would say it's pre-gaming, but we've already started the game.
Does he have a problem?
So round one, I will ask
Does he have
questions
a
back and forth with the option for multiple choice. If you don't take the multiple choice and you get the answer correct, you get 2 points. If you need the multiple choice and you get it correct, you get 1 point.
Okay.
Understood.
Who won the coin toss? I wasn't here.
Rich did.
Okay, I guess I won the coin toss.
All right.
I wasn't here either.
From what computer terminal did Jadan obtain information about the USS Enterprise's dilithium chamber?
Fuck! It was, oh, Jesus Christ. It was, I know this. I can hear Worf's voice in my head, and it's blanking out the computer terminal name. C14? I think it's, I want to say C-14, but I'm probably wrong.
Oh, for f***'s sake. Delan.
Jadan.
Jadan. Okay, I'll take the multiple choice.
A, 5C12, deck 35. B, 12B9, deck 36. C, 17D4, deck 37.
17D4, 17,
That's not a part of the
37.
sound, Mike, I'm sorry.
Rich, okay, think about it. Can I help
I'm pretty sure it's C.
Rich a little? I don't know this, but I can maybe guess with the process of elimination.
Well, let me hear the question.
People have already turned the video off because you're taking so long.
We've already had 3 ad breaks.
I'm gonna go with A.
Wait, no, stop. Listen.
Okay.
Listen to. I'm gonna do this on.
I don't want your help.
Okay, go with A.
I'll go with A.
You're incorrect.
Okay. Now here's the right answer. Dilithium crystals are in the engine. What deck is engineering on? 36.
No.
He's correct.
Damn.
He's correct.
I mean, I don't know the episode. I don't know who they're talking about, but I used context clues to figure it out.
Oh.
Yes, you did, from computer 12B9, deck 36.
Go Rich. Or go Mike. Holy fuck.
Mike.
Yeah.
Your first question. While in her quarters, what was Beverly Crusher clipping in the episode Cause and Effect?
Oh!
Flowers.
Yeah, roses. Her roses.
Flower petals.
That's correct. A flowering plant.
I should have deferred.
That was a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
I
Mike
get
gets
2
2.
because I didn't take the multiple
Oh, that's
choice.
true. You get 2. Sorry.
Thanks, Rich. You got my back, brah.
I did.
Rich.
Yeah.
In what episode did Counselor Troy die?
Oh. Episode did Counselor Troy die? Phantasms?
What are the multiple choices?
A, Who Watches the Watchers. B,
No.
Power Play. Or
No.
C, Man of the People.
Power play.
Power play, she gets possessed, so it's gonna be Man of the
People?
People?
That's correct. That's 1
I
point.
don't remember that episode. I'll have to look that one up.
Mike, at what speed is the USS Enterprise traveling when the first experiment is conducted on the warp engine in Where No One Has Gone Before?
Warp 1.0, warp 6?
Well, I have some logical guesses, but I think I'll have to take the multiple choice.
I think
I don't
it
want to
was
work it
warp
out
6.
out loud. Just give me the multiple choice.
A, Warp 1.5, B, Warp 9.9, or C, Sublight Speed?
Warp 9.9.
No.
That's incorrect.
Warp
It's Warp
1.5.
1.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's wrong.
I mean, that's when
Unless
they
this
push
was
beyond. They push beyond warp 10, and they go on. I
Like
figured
infinite
Yeah.
warp, they end up outside of the universe.
it must have been they hit warp 1.5, then they started their experiment.
Yeah.
Commander, I'll make my preliminary adjustments at warp 1.5 and complete them as we achieve warp 4.
All right, Rich.
Yeah.
On the crippled Romulan ship, it becomes necessary to jettison what in order to save the ship in the episode The Next Phase?
They can't jettison their actual core because it's a fucking wormhole.
That would be the warp core.
The engine core. That's correct. So that's 2 points.
Huh.
Rich is ahead by 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I knocked the
He knocked his beer down.
beer over.
Mike.
Yeah.
How did Data?
Data!
Jesus Christ, Jay.
I know this.
You're the host.
You called me Data.
I am wearing a Discovery uniform, though.
Oh, that explains why you don't know anything about Star Trek.
Yeah, that would have did that. There you go. He calls him Data because he's wearing a fucking Discovery uniform.
My name. It is
He's
pronounced
Data.
Data.
How did Data entice the parasites off the USS Enterprise in Cost of Living?
Oh, he fuck. It was because they were in the holodeck, and Worf was worried. Resonance. It was something with the resonance chamber, wasn't it?
A, by making the USS Enterprise unappetizing.
Yes.
B, by flying the ship into the ionosphere of a star. Or C, by sending a particle beam of nitrium toward an asteroid.
By making the ship unappetizing.
That's incorrect.
Really?
A. That's incorrect too.
What?
It's
What?
C, by sending a particle
You're
beam.
thinking of the space.
Galaxy's Child. Oh.
Oh, the Tin Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not Tin Man. The one that. Explain. Remember the space baby. Its baby comes out and it thinks the Enterprise is its mother.
Yeah,
the,
that's
the Leah Brahms one. They make
Stop.
the energy that it's
Stop.
eating on.
Stop.
Put a little
They sour the milk.
vinegar and baby.
Stop.
milk. Yeah, that's that.
The Borg. I love that. That wasn't Voyager. No.
Yes. Or did that also happen in Voyager?
That was
where they had to fly into they flew into the outer limits of the sun to get the ships off them because you'll never kill us, and they got rid of them that way because that was the invisible fucking people.
No, that was when she threw a binary pulsar.
Seriously?
Yes.
What's the fucking difference? A pulsar is a star.
Yes, but
what's a star? A sun. Same difference.
But it was two of them. She flew the ship through two pulsars.
Those are the ones that were digging shit into her brain.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well,
this is the ionosphere of the star is where Crusher took the Enterprise into the coronosphere to get away from the Borg.
yeah. This is the rust. No. I might be mistaken. Am I thinking of the rust thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Cost of Living was the whole episode where Waxana Troy tries to tell Worf how to be a dad.
Oh God, I hated that.
Ha! Alexander, eat your dinner. It is my laughing hour, Father.
Right.
Ha!
I hated that episode.
I love that episode.
Love every episode.
Stop.
That's what the trick was
Stop.
in the first one.
Rich, name the spice that was in the milk drink Jean-Luc gave Beverly after she'd heard voices in
Nutmeg.
the quarters in the episode Cause and Effect.
Nutmeg. Nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
I don't want to guess. I'll take the multiple choice.
A, nutmeg. B, cinnamon. C, cocoa.
Nutmeg.
Said cinnamon?
Nutmeg.
It's nutmeg.
That was my other guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's nutmeg. So far, the score is still Rich with 2, Rich with 3, Mike with 2.
Okay, we gotta change that.
We gotta fix this because this is just
Speed
embarrassing.
it up!
Mike, Professor Moriarty had been locked away in the holodeck memory for how long before a technician opened the file?
That's easy. 5 years. Because it was episode 3 of season 2 that he was created, and he was brought back in 6/12.
Okay. The
4
last
years.
Moriarty episode, they locked him up. I don't think he was in season 3 or 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 years.
That's correct. 4 years.
Fuck yes.
Okay, Rich. How many centuries does Kosinski say man has been traveling in space in Where No One Has Gone Before?
2?
Takes place 200 years in the future. I'm going to say 200. 2 centuries.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's 3 centuries. Mike.
Yeah.
How is data clearing the
Data!
USS Enterprise of Chronotron Fields?
Data? Who's data?
It is pronounced data.
How is data? I say data. It's data. I know his name is Data.
I wish I had the episode.
None of them give you the exact. Some of them say in the question.
You might be pronouncing. Say the damn question again.
How is Data clearing the USS Enterprise of Chronotron Fields?
Chronoton. It's Chronoton Fields, and he had to... Oh, shit. Fuck. Now this is driving me crazy. How did he clear the Enterprise of Chronoton Fields? Some kind of wave.
Multiple choice, please.
A, a tachyon emitter, B, an anion beam, C, backflushing the life support systems with positronic emissions.
Positron. Oh my god, dude. Somebody fucking fire Jay out of a cannon.
No, that doesn't make any sense. A confined anion beam. That sounds familiar. If this is the next phase.
Confined anion beam.
That's correct.
Thanks.
I will modify an anion emitter to eliminate the fields once they've been isolated.
Okay, Rich. Yeah. According to Jean-Luc Picard, how good a swimmer is his friend Louis?
Very.
Multiple choice.
This is apparently an exact quote. A, the best swimmer I've ever met. B, a fair swimmer. C, a rotten swimmer.
The best swimmer I've ever met.
A or C. I'm gonna go with C.
That's correct.
Really? Oh,
Mike,
right.
In The Perfect Mate, shortly after her emergence from stasis, who escorted Kamala to her quarters and was very tempted by her offer?
Riker, obviously.
Commander William T. Riker.
That's correct.
2 points, bitch.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
What are we going up to with the first round?
That's the one where
Until Mike is ahead.
Well, you're already ahead.
That's the episode where after he drops her off, he instantly books time in the holodeck.
To go masturbate.
Yes.
Riker to bridge. If you need me, I'll be in holodeck 4.
Literally, he's like, I gotta go, Fab. Ah, I can't be around this chick.
I thought this was a science fiction show, not reality. That was Mike. So this is Rich. What was the name of Wesley Crusher's squadron in The First Duty?
Nova Squad.
What do you think?
I'll know with the multiple choice. Give me the multiple choice.
Can I steal?
Nova Squadron.
A, Alpha, B, Nova, C, Orion.
Nova.
Orion?
Wrong, Nova.
That's incorrect. It's Nova. All right, why don't we go to whoever gets 10 points?
What, you got somewhere to be? I'm having the best time I've had all year.
I'm just trying to give some structure to this.
Okay, 10 points.
10 points for the first round, and then we'll move on to round
Okay,
two.
that's fair. 10 and 10 and 10. How about that?
Okay, Mike. In The Outcast, who piloted one of the USS Enterprise shuttlecrafts into the pocket of null space?
Riker.
Okay, well, it's Riker and the non-binary life form lady actress played her, but she didn't have a gender. I think yes, she said she was a good they said they were a good pilot. I have to be politically correct here.
That's the point of the episode, I'm assuming.
Although he calls her the entire episode.
Oh, cancel.
Okay.
She identifies as a her. That was the whole point of the episode.
It was, yes.
That's very confusing though.
Okay.
I am female. I was born that way.
It's she knows how to pilot. She knows the space. Riker goes with her because they have a love affair. It's not Riker. It's got to be that character,
Soren.
but I don't remember that character's name. Give me the multiple choice.
Before I give you the multiple choice, can I say that all the multiple choices are two people? If that helps you come up with an answer before I give you
I don't know.
Riker and Soren.
A, Riker and Soren. B, Riker and Data. C, Riker and Geordi.
The first one, right? Soren.
That's correct. Rich, in Where No One Has Gone Before, what caused the USS Enterprise to travel to a distant galaxy?
The Traveler.
The failed experiment with the Traveler.
The Traveler is probably the answer they want, right?
Is this close enough?
Yeah.
That's right!
Yay! Yay, Rich!
Mike, what put Ambassador Briam in sickbay in the episode The Perfect Mate?
The Ferengi fucking poisoned him.
Okay.
Did I say his name right?
No, it doesn't matter, but if you give me the episode name, I can figure out who Ambassador Briam is.
Okay.
Ferengis knocked him over and he landed on a table. Yeah, that's it. He got beat up by Ferengis.
Yeah, the Ferengis beat him up. Because they're stupid and they're Ferengi. And that's what they do.
Rich, this is what the answer on the card is. Oh, you can't read? None of us can read anymore.
I brought these.
I'm just wondering if what he's saying is close
Ferengis
enough.
accosted him in his quarters and they
The
pushed him
Ferengis
down.
have nothing to do with the answer on the card. That's why.
What did you say the answer was, Mike?
Ferengis beat him up and they knocked him over and he broke a table. And
Yeah, that's close enough.
I know what scene it is.
Well, the actual answer is he fell into a glass sculpture.
But that's not what happened. He didn't just randomly fall down. Come on, game.
That's not
glass table, glass
completely
sculpture.
accurate.
Okay.
It's there might have been a glass sculpture on the table. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he got knocked over. I'm right. I know the scene and I know exactly what happened. Ferengis came on board because they were sniffing out Femke Jensen.
It always comes back to Femke Jensen.
She was, and they wanted her. They wanted to steal her, and so they knocked the ambassador over.
Okay.
When they started fighting.
Well, I'm going to give it to you. When you're editing this episode, you can show the clips here and let the people decide if this is close
It
enough
might have
answer.
just been a sculpture that he fell on, but I'm pretty sure there was a table involved too.
Okay. Well, then you didn't take the multiple choice, so
No,
that's
I
2
didn't.
points.
Yeah.
So that's 10 points. That's the end of round 1.
Okay.
All right.
Mike is ahead by just
I
a
got
couple.
like
It's
5
anyone's
points.
game,
That
everybody.
sucks.
We're going to head into round 2 after these 15 commercial breaks.
Haven't they already had 5?
Be gone!
Gentlemen, welcome back for round 2. This is the buzz-in round.
Oh
I will ask
boy. The buzz-in round.
a question.
Oh boy.
You'll buzz in. If you get the answer incorrect, the other person can steal it. Mike, you're at 10 points. Rich, you're at 6.
I know. I'm getting smoked.
No, you're doing good.
In The Outcast, the first shuttle mission concerning the null space was to...
No idea.
What was its purpose?
I can't remember.
Pass?
Pass means you don't hit the buzzer, which you've already...
Are we losing points?
No.
No.
To chart the problem.
To chart the problem? I just would have said I don't remember, Rich, but
The pocket.
okay.
There you go.
That's
Wait,
correct.
really?
Is a problem a pocket?
That's an anomaly.
He said
Fine.
chart. He said the
Fine,
word
move on
chart.
to the next one. That's bullshit.
Is that 1 or 2? Are we getting 1 or 2 points?
One. These are one.
These are all
Is there
one.
1? All right.
Yeah. According to Shelby, what is the Borg footprint?
Oh, the fucking the tachyon emissions.
The electromagnetic resonance.
Right. Sorry, not tachyon emissions, and the EM resonance.
Or something.
That's correct. To whom did Oksana Troy say, "I've always admired strong males"?
Jean-Luc Picard.
I think that was Rich.
I'll go with Picard. It's probably her.
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
Mike?
Worf.
That's incorrect too.
Riker?
It's Daimoin Tog.
Damon Tog.
I've always admired strong males.
Oh, Damon Tog.
Yeah.
Damon Tog.
She's playing him for a fool.
That's a Menage a Troy.
Yeah,
When they got,
yeah.
yeah. She's
Is the episode called Menage a Troy?
It sure is. It's a great episode.
That's pretty good.
It's clever because
This show sounds super horny.
there's a lot
I've
of
never
sex
watched
stuff.
it.
Yeah, Troy.
It was the 80s, baby.
Troy, Riker, and Troy's mother get kidnapped by Ferengis. But to our credit,
She has a long-standing crush on Picard.
she has a long-standing history of hitting on every man around.
Literally.
So
Literally
it could have
every
been from
man
any
she
fucking
comes
episode
across.
she was on. She even hit on Alexander. She got him. She got him all. She gave him a in the mud bath.
Oh my God, this show sounds filthy.
Yeah.
It
Who
really
beams over
is.
the ship? Mondor to help with repairs.
Wait,
Yeah.
Who beams over the ship? Mondor to help with repairs.
Jordy.
Geordi LaForge?
Yeah.
That's correct.
That's
We look for things to make us go. Our ship is the ship Mondor.
I was
We
just about to hit it.
make us go.
Yeah.
Who told Riker, if you can't make the big decisions, I suggest you make room for someone who can? Mike.
Shelby.
Shelby.
That is correct. According to Captain Picard, what is something of a tradition before a battle?
Oh, reviewing the troops. Reviewing the ship.
Touring the ship.
Touring the ship.
I guess I'll give that to Rich. That was pretty close, though. To whom did Worf say, "I have much to teach you about women"?
Wesley Crusher.
Wesley Crusher?
No? Oh, Geordi.
I think it was... I have much to teach you about women.
It was Geordi, I think.
Data?
It's Geordi.
I was gonna say Geordi.
That was
Geordi
my
again?
That was my second guess.
When Picard told the Borg that we would rather die than be held captive, what was the reply of the Borg collector?
Death is irrelevant. Resistance is irrelevant. You must comply.
Resistance is futile.
Nope.
I got it.
Nice try.
Death is irrelevant.
Well, so far for this round, you're both tied for 3.
All right, this is embarrassing.
How did China O'Brien dislocate his shoulder in the holodeck?
Who, O'Brien?
Embarrassing.
How did China O'Brien dislocate his shoulder in the holodeck?
China O'Brien?
China O'Brien?
How did... That's a show, right? China O'Brien? Isn't that the name of a show?
Cynthia Rothrock is China O'Brien.
What the fuck is that? Holy shit. That's too funny. That is too fucking funny. Oh my god. That is just too funny. That is just too funny. China O'Brien. Okay. Alright then. And he was playing tennis.
Does that sound familiar?
It does sound familiar.
I think that's a TV show. That's why I read it as that. Okay. How did Chief O'Brien dislocate his shoulder in the holodeck?
He was like skiing or doing some kind of winter sport.
Tennis, I thought.
Okay.
I was kayaking on the
Kayaking! Oh, fuck.
deck again.
Kayaking.
Oh, it was kayaking. See, I knew it was an activity.
Yeah, it was an activity that dislocated his arm, yes.
Well, it could have been Parisi Squares. It could have been some kind of science fiction thing, the tennis game they play.
Yeah.
But I knew it was like an outdoor activity,
Yeah.
like hiking
I thought
or
it was skiing.
Yeah.
Bendy syndrome affects what species?
Bendai syndrome affects Vulcans.
Vulcans.
That's correct.
Yes.
Where on his body did Kivas Fajo wear a proximity-activated field that kept data from attacking him?
Part of his...
Where on his body?
That I don't know. That's a visual thing. And I've never seen the Most Toys and Describe video.
On his belt?
That's correct.
This is a proximity-actuated field. It impedes positron flow. It's very bad for the brain paths in the long term.
That's the guy, the most toys.
Who did Manwa Apgar claim attempted to sexually assault her?
Oh! Manua Apgar. Riker.
This show.
Riker.
That's correct.
She's lying. That never happened.
That's the only one who ever got accused of rape on Star Trek.
Yep.
I mean,
Based on previous answers, that would have been my guess as well. Who was the only freshman to win Starfleet Academy Marathon?
Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard?
That's correct. Who monitored the mind meld between Sarek and Picard?
Crusher.
Dr. Crusher.
That's right. Who killed Duras?
Worf.
Worf.
Damn it!
That's Worf.
Sorry, Rich.
It's all right.
That's our Worf.
Worf killed everybody.
In Power Play, where did the alien-controlled crew members keep their hostages?
10 forward.
That's correct.
10 forward, yep.
Beverly Crusher is suspicious of men in beards because she feels they have what?
Something to hide.
Cooties.
That's incorrect.
Something to hide?
That's right. Something to hide.
I remember that line. I remember the line, Rich.
In Ethics, Geordi and Worf were discussing what game?
Poker.
Yes, my hand was not strong enough.
You had jacks and eights. She bluffed you with a pair of sixes.
Poker?
Poker. That's a point for Rich. In the episode, The Last Outpost, what are the Ferengi armed with?
Laser whips.
Laser whips!
Stun whips, I'll give you that. That's 10 points for Mike. That's the end of round 2.
I did better
You know
that
what?
round.
I'm going to be kind. Let's go 5 more.
Okay.
Oh.
As children, Picard and Kiko snuck past a Ferengi guard in the transporter room to steal...
A transporter pad.
What did they sneak past to steal?
Oh God. It's the when they turn into little people.
Yep.
I don't know.
Little people, you mean children.
Little people. Yeah, children.
The little people, you mean children.
and it's Keiko. But they went to steal like the security code for the transporter beams.
It says phasers.
Oh, geez.
In the opening scene of Conundrum, which 2 members are playing 3D chess?
Ro and Data and Troy.
Troy.
That's correct.
Data and someone.
Troy beats him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh my God. Name the only member of the crew to be married for a time to a 12-year-old child.
Miles O'Brien.
That'd be Miles O'Brien.
Oh my God. You guys watch this show?
She got de-aged. Doesn't count.
Oh my God.
It was really awkward.
It was.
Lieutenant Worf has a Klingon statue of whom in his quarters?
Kalis.
It's 2 people.
Oh.
Do you know who they are?
Kalis and Molar.
Who fought Kalis in the epic battle? There's like a
Molar.
statue of them fighting.
Was it his brother?
You both get a point.
Hey!
Is the answer just Kalis and his brother?
Kalis and his brother Morath.
Okay.
So
yeah, I couldn't remember.
You got half and you got half, so you both get a point.
I thought it was Molar.
That was the rules. We're gonna do one more question for this round now.
All right, fine.
All right.
I'm gonna make it a good one.
Okay.
How many pieces of music was Data listening to at one time?
Data.
Jesus Christ.
9.
47.
No.
53.
No.
10.
No.
8.
15.
72.
39.
Lower.
5.
7.
6.
4.
3. 7. 8. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What was it?
4.
Oh.
All right, we'll do one more.
Okay, one more.
How many livers does a Klingon have?
2.
2.
That's correct.
All Klingons have redundant organs.
Klingon anatomy: 23 ribs, 2 livers, 8-chambered heart.
Final round.
That's the end of round 2. We're now about to enter our final round.
All right, let's see how well can I do on this. I have not been doing as well as I thought I would. Okay, let's see.
After this bathroom break.
Oh God.
Gentlemen, we're on to round 3. Mike, you're at 24 points. Rich, you're at 14. And for our final round, we are doing back and forth, no multiple choice, and if the person doesn't know the answer, the other person can steal.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
Who starts? Because Rich started at the beginning. I should start now.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, Mike. In Violations, what object was inside the cup Keiko was remembering?
A paintbrush.
Keiko.
Keiko.
There was a
paintbrush.
There was a
paintbrush, 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 paintbrush.
Oh, it had
Come on,
sorry,
Mike.
it had
Come on, Mike, you can do it.
water with paintbrushes.
There you go.
You clean paintbrushes in.
An ink brush, I'll give that to you.
Yeah. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's double points, by the way.
Rich.
No, it's not.
Who gave the Romulans the defense access codes for the planet Khitomer?
Khitomer, and it was the Duras family.
That would be, Worf's father was accused of it, but it was really one of the Duras family.
Is that good enough?
Duras?
I have no idea. Well, that's not the answer. It's a specific name.
I don't know the name of like Duras's dad.
That's why I'm wondering,
so-
like, is that
I
close
would
enough
accept
where you would give
Duras.
him? Okay. Mike, from what planet were the original colonists of Turkana 4?
Earth?
Yeah.
That's correct. How many people were found alive on the How many people were found?
3.
Yeah.
3.
Cryo-free ship in the neutral zone. That's correct. It's 3. Because we brought that up in a video recently. I don't remember why.
You lucky fuck.
Mike, what emergency provisions did Durgo carry on the mining shuttle
Alcohol.
Nanabek?
It's called Drosky.
1 week of rations.
That's incorrect, Rich.
Romulan ale.
That's incorrect. It's none.
My answer was in the spirit of the right answer.
All right.
Well, he had the alcohol on him. That counts as something, I guess, doesn't it?
Rich, in Future Imperfects, what did Geordie LaForge use to see?
Didn't he have implants? Like actual implants?
Bionic, like surgically
I know
repaired
this.
eyes? Was it?
I know this.
Yeah.
Wait, stop.
I haven't needed a visor since I got these cloned implants.
Cloned implants.
They're
That's
cloned
it.
eyes.
Cloned implants.
Was it cloned implants?
They not-
That's what it was. Because Future Imperfect was that that weird thing where where Riker was kidnapped by the little boy, and something made to think he was in a coma and like the father of a 10-year-old and shit.
They're not bionic. They're clones.
He didn't have his visor. That's all I know.
Yes, yes.
Well, that goes without saying because it says that he could see.
Yeah.
But let me be specific. In the later Star Trek movies, he gets robotic eyes. In Future Imperfect, he gets literal, organic, cloned eyes. And so there's a vast difference between those two things.
Bionic and clone. That's
so
true.
I'm taking
That's
those
true.
points. Yeah.
If you steal it, is it 2 points?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because that's a very specific answer.
I'm so sorry,
Because his
Rich.
eyes were brown, like they were his regular eyes. He didn't have the robot contacts in.
Right.
You know I'm right.
He is right. He is right.
No offense. None taken.
Mike, what is Worf's adoptive mother's first name?
Sergei and Elena Roshenko. Elena!
Rich for the steal?
I'm gonna go with something Russian.
Sergei and Elena Roshenko.
Helena. Rich.
Yeah.
What kind of emotional outburst does Guinan discuss with Worf in Redemption?
A laugh.
Discussing it with in Redemption. Anger.
A belly laugh.
That's incorrect. Mike?
I've seen you laugh. I like it.
Klingons do not laugh.
Oh, laughing.
That's correct.
I was thinking of Descent, where
Mike, this is an episode-related question.
Hot damn.
What was the first episode to show the Ferengi?
Last
Last Outpost.
That's correct. Which officer first welcomed Ishara Yar aboard the USS Enterprise?
Data?
Data.
That's correct. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
In Future Imperfect, who did Jean-Luc Picard... Wait, what? Who did Jean-Luc Riker say... That's incorrect.
No, it's not.
Had asked him about the Fornax disaster.
That is correct.
That is correct?
Yep.
It's an episode where Riker's in a fake future.
Oh my God, this is throwing me off. Okay.
His kid is Jean-Luc Riker.
Okay.
Tomalak?
Nope.
Geordie?
It's Mr. Greenberg.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody knows Mr. Greenberg. Come on. That was my favorite toy as a kid.
Like his teacher at school or something.
Rich?
Yeah.
Who is the only race to use the molecular decay detonator?
Romulan.
Romulan or Ferengi?
Romulan.
I'm going to go Romulan.
That's correct. Mike, who rescued Ashara Yar after she was trapped behind Alliance lines on an away team mission?
Data.
That's incorrect.
Riker.
Correct. Rich?
Riker?
It is Riker.
Oh, damn it.
You are both at 10 points for this round.
This is embarrassing.
You're ahead by 10 points.
But we tied on this round. My charity round.
All right, so we're going to ask 10 more questions.
Sure.
Again, or no, 10 more. Whoever gets 10 more correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're done with this round. Okay. So, Rich?
Yeah.
In the episode Akil, who is the
Aquiel.
first survivor found on the station?
The dog, Mora.
Akil?
Yes.
Spell it?
Aquiel. Aquiel. Okay.
Okay.
The dog, Mora.
Is that a real word?
That was the one with. This is the one with Q's, with the young
Nope.
Q, right?
No.
I'm trying to remember what episode that is.
Let me know.
Who was the first survivor?
God damn it.
The dog!
Okay, so this is the episode where there's the girl that Geordi falls in love with, and she's with the guy who she thinks is trying to kill her. She ends up phasering him to death.
Okay.
And I think her character's name is Aquiel, so
Yeah.
that's who it is.
It's
Nope,
Mara the
it's
dog.
Mora the dog.
I feel like I would know this one just by guessing. Mike?
Yeah.
Who told Picard, "I've done it all because I want you to be proud of me"?
Tasha.
Wesley?
That's correct.
Oh.
It's like a softball.
See, that's not fair.
Because Jay basically gave it away.
He tipped me off.
Oh.
I might have guessed him because
You probably would have guessed him.
But it could have been like Tasha Yar,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or Ensign Rowe,
Yeah.
right? Because she was always seeking Picard's approval, you know. So don't. You're the fucking host. Stay out of it. Okay. I'm standing up for Rich here.
Well, if that helps, Rich, I wouldn't know the answer to this one.
No, that does not help.
When Deanna Troi is depressed, what does she like to eat?
Ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate.
Chocolate ice cream.
Is it just chocolate?
It's a chocolate sundae.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay. That's.
I will give that to you.
We should get both a point because
No.
she likes chocolate in all forms. And
No.
fine, you get it.
No.
Yeah. She doesn't just like anything.
Deanna Troi, your ship's counselor, half-betazoid, loves chocolate. The arrival of her mother makes you shudder.
Mike?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You look ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. From what race had the proto-humanoids on Minkata evolved? Mintaka evolved.
Mintaka. Those are the metaphor people, right? Those are. Fuck, I can't remember.
What race?
Specific race?
Yes.
Mintaka 3.
I don't remember. I'm gonna full out say that.
Oh. That's isn't that it's
I know the answer.
I do too. It's the I want to say it's Vulcans.
Well, you're in luck, Rich, because he's run out of time.
Proto-Vulcans.
That's correct.
No, you can't just. I said Vulcans.
You didn't say proto.
I did. You heard me.
You didn't say proto. You didn't say proto Vulcan. You just said Vulcan.
You said, Jason, you ran out of time before you said it.
You ran out of time before you said it.
I said
that was
Vulcans.
taking you way too long.
No, I was trying to think of the name of the episode. It's
Who Watches the Watchers?
Who Watches the Watchers? It's when they go down to the planet and they all look like Vulcans. They proto-Vulcans. I knew that. But you
conveniently
suddenly
knew
arbitrarily
it after your time had run out.
There's video proof that I said Vulcans.
I want to say Vulcans.
After your time had run out.
But suddenly there's a time limit?
You spent.
Yes! There's been a time limit now. Now, Mike. Now.
27 minutes trying to think of the answer to that question, and we got to keep the game moving,
There was
sir.
never a time limit.
Sir.
Okay,
sir.
fine.
Sir, the judges have clearly ruled against you, sir. You're having a public freak out. I'm gonna start filming it.
Post it on TikTok. Post it on TikTok.
I don't like this. I'm so mad right now.
Again, he's still ahead.
Knock the podium over and ask for the manager, please.
Get going.
Rich.
Yeah.
Where did Wesley Crusher obtain the 2 nanites for his class experiment?
From the medical lab.
I'm gonna guess from his mother. From
Where?
Where?
Where did he obtain these?
The original 2? I mean, probably a replicator.
The medical
That's
lab.
incorrect. Where did Wesley Crusher obtain the 2 nanites for his class?
Can I be more specific when I said his mother's sick bay?
Sick bay is correct.
Okay. His mother's the doctor. And that's kind of what I meant when I said.
Yeah, I was going to say a petri dish in sick bay.
Okay.
But I guess someone has unlimited time to answer a question.
Oh, Mike.
He's allowed to change their answers arbitrarily.
He didn't change his answer. He just elaborated on a way that made sense to me, because I didn't know that was correct. That was a part of sick bay.
What do you think I meant? Do you think I meant like the nanobots came out of his mother's?
Okay, so we're allowed elaborations and unlimited time limits now. Let's begin.
He answered immediately after I asked the question.
This game show is turning hostile.
It is.
It's getting heated. It's getting heated in
Look,
here.
anything can happen. All right, Mike.
It's this individual question, so it stay the fuck out of my question.
Yes, I even asked the question.
Yeah.
So shut your face.
What weapon was Geordi programmed to use to assassinate Governor Vaughn in the mind's eye?
Phaser.
Well, okay. What's my time limit?
Oh,
he
God,
definitely
Mike,
fires a
come
phaser
on.
at him.
That's the correct answer.
Okay, thank you. To which Picard grabs his arm at the last second.
Rich.
Yeah.
In Realm of Fear, Barkley was running a stress reduction program. What was he listening to?
Ocean
Computer.
noises.
More birds.
Barclay?
Barkley.
Whatever. Barkley. What was he listening to?
Ocean sounds.
Sounds of the ocean? Beach?
I'm gonna give you that. Seagulls and ocean sounds.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds of ocean went in my head too. So
Yeah.
That's.
And then it
Seagulls almost
became
goes without
annoying
saying.
to him, and he's like, "Turn it off! Like I can't take it."
Mike, what was the occupation of the fat Ferengi in Unification?
The fat Ferengi. He was a he was a ship dealer? A ship? Like a guy, I can't remember.
He bartered for information. They bought information from him.
What was the occupation of him?
Bartender?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. I don't.
I can't remember.
Well, something shady, underworld, and criminal. I'm gonna say arms dealer.
That's correct.
Oh, an arms dealer. I gotta rewatch TNG.
And that makes you the winner of the round. 20 points.
Mike is gonna revolt.
That's the end of round 3.
Mike
Mike's
is
still
gonna-
ahead, but he's still angry.
Very, very angry.
Mike is gonna revolt. Where did Mike go?
All right, gentlemen, that's the end of round 3. Mike, you're at 38 points. Rich, you're at 34 points. Damn. I understand we have one final round that you gentlemen are going to have to explain because I don't know what we're doing.
Well, Rich and I will both grab a card at random, and back and forth, we will ask you, Jay, the host, the questions. And
what?
The first one you get right, that person asking the question, me or Rich, wins the game.
How does that work? Wait.
All the points up until now
Yeah.
have been completely pointless.
Right.
Okay.
We picking a card at random, or are we choosing a question that we think Jay will know?
We have to pick it at random.
So this is just, all right.
Gentlemen, pick your cards.
I've picked my card. It has a
I don't know why I even
picture
bothered.
of a bunch of binars on the cover.
I don't know why I bothered keeping track of score. None of it matters.
That's pretty true, yeah.
But here we go.
Can we read any question on here, or do we have to read the questions
I said
in order?
starting from the top down.
All right, motherfucker.
Because you can't pick a question that you think is the easiest. This is the randomness of it.
I thought there was going to be some skill involved.
No skill.
In picking
I was
a
going to
question.
say, who starts? The person with the most points or the person with the least
Person
points?
with the most points. Why did the Romulans' graviton field generator have to be replaced in the next phase?
Because there was creatures living in their current one.
He could guess then with multiple choice, so no multiple choice. What's your answer?
Because it was broken.
Wrong. Rich?
What was
Top question.
According to data, what percentage of Starfleet Academy graduates are posted to Galaxy-class starships on their first assignment?
Something tiny, like 5%.
12.
No. It's 9.
Hey, that was just close.
Yeah,
I could have
yeah.
said like 50 or something.
It's going to be something low.
Ooh. Rich, you can't buzz in. Name the crewmen who were lost during transport back to the USS Enterprise in the next phase.
Name the crew members who were what?
Lost.
Oh, God. Lost during transport back to the USS Enterprise in the episode The Next
Ro
Phase.
and Jordy.
Picard and Riker.
Wrong. Rich.
Was it either of them?
No.
Picard or Riker?
No.
What drink did Loxana Troy offer to make Damon Tog in an attempt to get his computer access code?
Oh, shit. I can't remember what it was. Something Sunrise?
You're gonna have to kill the. You're gonna have to do something with him.
Okay.
He's refusing anybody but you.
Okay.
Take a half-hour break.
Well, this is the last thing I had up, so this.
Okay.
And I'm at 2 hours anyway, so.
Romulan ale.
Almost done.
Bacterian fizz.
What Starfleet officer helped a Romulan jettison a damaged piece of equipment in the next phase?
Picard.
Nope.
Was it Riker?
It was.
Okay, because you have this whole thing to drink.
What the hell is that?
That's that coffee I bought you earlier.
Oh.
That you never touched.
I had no idea. Nobody ever told me about it.
I handed it to you when I came in the door the first time before I left to go on the delivery. You had it in your hand. It's okay. But now you can continue on. It's just, he won't go to sleep without your hugs.
Okay.
Plus, you need to air out this office.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Oh.
What is Umox?
Umox.
Some sort.
Oh, God. Oh, what are Umox? Oh. Oh, God.
Disease?
Some kind of disease.
It's caressing a Frangi's ear.
Oh.
It's even worse than you think.
This show is so disgusting.
To whom did Dr. Crusher say she hated filling out death certificates?
Riker.
Picard.
You want to try that again?
That was my answer.
She said she hates filling out death certificates, and she's talking to a very, very important specific.
He gave an answer.
I did give an answer.
He gave an answer, Mike. All right, okay.
He wants me to cheat.
I know he does.
I'm not going to do it.
Who does Loxana Troy call Little One?
Deanna.
Crusher. Wesley Crusher.
Jesus Christ,
Loxana
Jay.
Troy.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
The mother of Counselor
Troy. Okay.
I thought I had a chance with that one.
I was hoping he was going to guess Captain Picard.
I mean, I could just guess Picard for every question, and eventually I'll get it, right?
I mean, that's a strategy.
That is a strategy.
According to lore, how long did he spend floating in space after he was beamed off the USS Enterprise?
3 years.
5 years.
2 years.
Who are the members of the USS Enterprise away team who beamed down to Golundon Core? There are 3.
Geordi, Riker, Picard.
Geordi, Worf, and Data.
Who was it?
Geordi, Riker, Worf.
Oh.
Can I just skip?
Okay, let's stop. Well, we have to restructure the program.
Yes, this isn't working.
Okay. We've got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna finish this out, and then I'm gonna have to go put the little one to bed. But
Jay reads us a cold question. Next person who gets it right wins the game. Buzz it.
Who did Killamar blame for luring the crystalline entity to Omicron Theta?
Data.
Data.
That's incorrect, Rich.
Lore.
It's lore for 100 points. Rich wins the game.
Yay! Rich wins the game, and I fucked it up. And Mike just lost his shit.
Well, thank you everyone for joining.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the stream for now. I'll be back on some platform or other for something in a little bit, but I gotta go put the little one to bed. So thank you for watching. Thank you for